They say heartbreak doesn't kill, but I can tell you it almost killed me. If I had known where it would all end, maybe I would have protected my heart. Maybe I would have looked the other way when he first sent me that message online. But love makes you blind, and I was blind from the very beginning. It all started in a social group on Facebook. I wasn't even looking for love there. I only joined the group to laugh at jokes and see updates. Then one day, he sent me a friend request. His name popped up, and I checked his profile. He looked decent, clean, not like the usual kind of men who come online just to play. Something about his smile drew me in, so I accepted. At first, it was just casual chat. "Hi, how are you doing?" Nothing serious. But before long, he started paying me attention like no one had before. He would message me in the morning, during the day, and at night. He noticed the little things I posted, and he always had the right words to make me smile. I remember one day he said, "I don't know why, but I feel like I've known you forever." My heart skipped. I don't even know when I started looking forward to his messages more than anything else. He told me about his dreams, his plans, his struggles. He made me feel needed, like I was a big part of his world. Weeks turned into months, and I was already in too deep. We started calling, then video calls. His voice was strong but warm, and when he smiled at me through the screen, I believed every word he said. He told me I was beautiful, not just on the outside but also in my heart. No one had ever spoken to me that way. Then came the promises. He said he wanted to meet me in person. He told me he was serious about us. He even introduced me to his family when the time was right. That was the day I felt completely safe. His family welcomed me with open arms. His mother even called me our wife. I thought my life was finally falling into place. I gave him everything. I don't say this proudly, but I gave him all of me, body, soul, and spirit. Because in my mind, I was already his wife. What was the need of holding back when the man I loved was already planning a future with me? I trusted him with my life. Looking back now, I can see the signs that I ignored. But at that time, love was all I saw. He was everything I wanted in a man, and I was ready to give him everything I had. But life has a way of humbling you. What I thought was a sweet beginning was only the start of the deepest pain I would ever feel. They say love makes you blind, but betrayal opens your eyes wide. At the time, I thought I was the only woman in his world. I thought I was special. I thought I was enough. But I was wrong. What I didn't know was that while I was busy building dreams with him, he was busy building the same dreams with another woman. And not just any woman, it was my best friend. We had grown up together. She knew all my secrets. She was the one I used to tell everything about him. When he texted me, she was the first to know. When he sent me money, I would show her. When he called me sweet names, she was the one who laughed with me about it. But behind my back, she was living the same story with him. He found her in the same social group where he found me. He used the same words, the same attention, the same promises. And she fell for it too. The painful part. She never told me. My so-called best friend, who should have been my protector, chose to hide it. She smiled with me during the day, while at night she was in his arms. I was so blind in love that I couldn't see the signs. He started canceling plans sometimes, giving excuses. He became less consistent, but whenever I asked, he would cover it up with sweet words. And I believed him. But nothing stays hidden forever. The day the truth came out, my world shattered like glass. I will never forget that day. It is burned in my memory forever. I had cooked food for him, jollof rice with chicken, and I carried it in a small cooler. I wanted to surprise him. As I walked into his compound, my heart was light, my mind full of love. He had given me a spare key, so I opened the door gently. What I saw inside was like a knife to my chest. There he was. My man. My future husband. The one who told me I was his everything. And beside him, naked under his bedsheet, was my best friend. I dropped the collar on the floor. My hands trembled. My legs felt weak. I couldn't breathe. I thought my heart would stop. They both looked at me, shocked, frozen. I couldn't stand it. I ran out of the room, tears pouring like rain. My mind screamed, why? Why them? Why me? I cried as I stumbled down the road, people staring at me, but I didn't care. That day, something inside me broke forever. The next day, my phone rang. I thought maybe he was ready to beg. Maybe he was going to apologize and say it was a mistake. My heart, foolishly, still hoped. But his words crushed me more than what I had seen. He didn't beg. He didn't even sound sorry. Instead, he told me it was over. He said he preferred her. Just like that. As if I was nothing. As if all the love, the dreams, the plans we made meant nothing. I dropped the phone and cried like a child. My body shook with pain. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. It felt like someone had ripped out my heart and stepped on it. The betrayal was too much to carry. To lose my man was one thing, but to lose him to my best friend. That pain has no name. After days of crying, I realized the world was not going to stop for me. My pain was heavy, but life was still moving. I had two choices, to remain broken or to start picking myself up. Slowly, I began to let go. I deleted his chats. I burned the little gifts he gave me. I erased his number from my phone, though I knew it by heart. I promised myself I was done. I threw myself into work. I started putting all my energy into building myself. I told myself, if love has failed me, money won't. I worked harder, saved more, and focused only on myself. I stopped thinking about him. I cut off every memory. I began to heal, at least that's what I thought. But life had another test waiting for me. After weeks of silence, anger still burned in me. I wanted answers. I wanted to know why my own friend had betrayed me. So one afternoon, I called her out. When she saw me, she smiled as if nothing had happened. My blood boiled. I asked her straight to her face, why did you do this to me? Why my man, of all people? She sighed, almost casually, and said, I never really loved him. Those words shocked me. She admitted she only wanted his money, nothing else. Then she looked at me, almost with pity, and said something I never expected. If you really love him, don't give him up. Fight for him. Don't let any girl take him away from you. I was speechless. My best friend, who had slept with my man, was advising me to fight for him. Was she mocking me? Or was she serious? I walked away more confused than before. How could the same girl who ruined my relationship now tell me to hold on to it? I couldn't tell if she was being wicked or truthful. My heart was in pieces all over again. A few days later, he called. My chest tightened when I saw his number. Against my will, I picked up. His voice was soft, almost broken. He begged for forgiveness. He said he had been carried away but that I was the one he truly loved. He told me he regretted everything and that he wanted me back. I want to make things right, he said. Give me another chance. You are the one I want to marry. I was weak. I still loved him, no matter how much I tried to deny it. My heart wanted to believe him. So I said yes. He begged me to keep our relationship quiet until he ended things with my best friend. I agreed. I thought love had won. I thought he had chosen me. But in reality, I was only walking back into the same fire that had burned me before. For a few months, things felt like they were back to normal. He was sweet again. He gave me attention. He made me believe we were building something. One evening, I was lying on his bed, smiling, feeling safe. I took out my phone and recorded a short video. I posted it online. I didn't think it was a big deal. I just wanted to show that I was happy again. But that single video lit up trouble. My best friend saw it. A fight broke out between them. The next day, he came to me, angry. Why would you post that video? He shouted. Do you want to destroy everything? Take it down now. At that moment, it hit me. He still had feelings for her. He wasn't angry because of the video. He was angry because it caused problems with her. My chest felt heavy. Tears filled my eyes. I realized then that I was still sharing him, even after all the promises. That night, I made a decision. A painful one. I would end things for real this time. When I decided to end it, my heart felt like it was being ripped apart. But deep inside, I knew it was the only way to save myself. I told him straight. I can't do this anymore. I deserve better. I can't keep fighting for a man who doesn't know what he wants. He begged at first, but I stood firm. I walked away, tears streaming down my face. I promised myself this time I would not look back. He stayed with her, of course. But I started to hear stories. People whispered about how she was using him. She drained his money, collected gifts, and spent recklessly. I knew she never loved him. I had seen it in her eyes the day she told me herself. One evening, I passed by a bar where some men were talking. They laughed as they said, "That guy. His girlfriend is finishing him. He's just a wallet to her." My heart ached. Not because I wanted him back, but because I remembered how much I had loved him once. I pitied him. But I also told myself, this is his cross to carry. I won't carry it for him. I focused on my life again. Work became my peace. Slowly, I was healing. Slowly, I was learning to smile without him. Months later, when everything had crumbled for him, he came back. I remember the day clearly. He stood in front of me, looking thinner, weaker, his confidence gone. His eyes carried shame. He begged. He told me he now knew I was the one who truly loved him. He said he wanted a fresh start. But it was too late. By then, I had met someone else. A better man. A man richer, kinder, and more responsible. He treated me like a queen. He didn't play with my heart. He saw my worth. He asked me to be his wife, and I said yes. He not only married me, but also helped me build a life I could be proud of. As I looked at my ex, broken and empty, I felt nothing but pity. He bowed his head, regret all over his face, and walked away. And that was the end. If this story touched your heart, don't just leave without showing love. Please like this video, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to our channel for more powerful African folktales about love, betrayal, and survival. Also click the playlist link in the description to watch all our stories.